What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be working on this 2017. This is a Kia Sorento, and last time I put this engine together, I sent the bottom end and the head to the machine shop, and I just finished putting it together and bolt everything back on. So today I'm gonna be dropping the engine in. The last thing I have to do is bolt on the flex plate. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything ready. I got my flex plate installed, so the engine is ready to go. I also got the car up in the air. I opened the hood a little bit more, so I removed the shocks on both sides. I'm also holding the hood with a strap. It's strapped onto the steering wheel, so I'm able to open it a little bit more. Hopefully I'm able to drop it in. I'm gonna go ahead, drop the engine in. I'm gonna hold the transmission with the jack underneath. I'm hoping I don't have to remove the axle, but if I have to, it's a lot easier when you remove the axle. I don't want to remove it because I don't want to drip any transmission fluid, so hopefully I don't have to do that. But I should be ready to go. I was dropping the motor in, and I remember that when I pulled it out with a manifold. So I'm gonna go ahead and bolt on the manifold. That way I don't have to deal with it later on. Then I'm gonna drop it in. That way I don't have to worry about bolting on the manifold later on. I don't know how much space there is to bolt it on, but at least I don't have to deal with that. I'm gonna be careful because I got my oil cooler, and last time I did not pull it out with the oil cooler. So hopefully I have enough room. It looks like there's enough room to drop it in with the cooler in the manifold, but I'm gonna find out right now. All right, guys, so I ended up bolting a couple of things. There's a heat shield right here for my camshaft position sensor, another one for the crank. There's a bracket that goes here for the exhaust manifold, so that one's bolted on already. I bolted on my manifold, my heat shield, and then my O2 sensor. Now I finally think I'm ready to drop the engine in. All right, guys, so I was able to drop the engine in. If you guys want to do it, if you try to drop it straight down, it's not gonna clear because of the manifold. So on the back where the flange is, it's not gonna clear right here. And on the front, the oil cooler is not gonna clear the core support, or pretty much the front of the car. So what I did, I dropped it in like, you better able to see it from this angle. So I had to like twist the motor to like turn it a little bit, and I was able to clear the flange on the back, and I was also able to clear the cooler because the cooler is going to be on the side. So here it is. You can see the cooler. So if you guys want to drop everything in, it has to be like in an angle. It's better if two people do it. I did it myself. It's not a big deal, but I mean, you got to bring down the cherry picker, and you got to clear the front and the rear of the motor at the same time. But it is doable. If you guys want to do it like that, I don't recommend it, but it's your choice. I finally got it in. I put a couple of bolts from the motor to the tranny, so it's already bolted on. Pretty much what I did was use a cherry picker, obviously, but underneath I put a floor jack to hold the transmission. And sometimes you struggle because they don't line up, so I found out the best way to do it is to use a strap. I put a strap on my cherry picker, and I was getting the right angle on the motor. So all you do is just find the right angle, and it's a lot easier to bolt them on together. So I'm pretty much done with the cherry picker and the floor jack, which is a pain. I'm just gonna bolt on my motor mount over here, and it should hold. After that, all I gotta do is bolt everything back on, and that's it. All right, guys, so I finished bolting on my motor mounts. It's actually one of them, and the rest of them were for the transmission. That's done. And honestly, just by looking at it, I feel like I'm already done with the car, because the rest is just connecting hoses, putting the rest of the stuff back together, plugging everything, adding the rest of the oil, antifreeze, and that's it. So like I said, I gotta put a couple of things back on. Not a big deal. So I gotta put the alternator, the crank pulley, the starter, and a couple of plastics over there. I just got the intake and the battery tray and a couple of pieces. My pressure pump. And these are the bolts for the transmission. Actually for the flex plate to the converter. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna finish the bottom first. I'm gonna put these bolts on the exhaust. I gotta connect the exhaust, the pulley. Then I'm gonna put my alternator, my compressor for the AC, throw my belts back on, and then I'll come back to the top. But I'm pretty much done. Okay, so I'm pretty much done down here. I already installed my AC compressor, but before you do that, you gotta install the bracket for the alternator, because you need to bolt on the compressor to that bracket. And then I already installed my bolts for the flex plate and the converter. They're done. There's a couple of other bolts for the transmission. So I was missing one right here, and then there's another one right here, and where the axle goes on top, there's another one. So they're all done. After that, you gotta bolt on the exhaust, and then there's the heat shield right here for the axle, and that's pretty much it from underneath. So now I'm gonna go to the top, and I'm gonna finish the top. Okay, so from the top, I already did a couple of things. I installed my alternator, the bracket that I told you guys about. The starter is installed, so it's right here. And on this side, there's a couple of brackets. So I had removed my shifter bracket. That one's already on. And then there's some heater, well, it's for the cooler, for the transmission cooler hoses. So there's one bolt down here, and then the other one's right on the middle. So that one's already on. I connected a couple of connectors that go to the O2 sensor, the crank, and the cam. So they're connected. I'm gonna install my thermostat next, and also my high pressure fuel pump. And I think that's gonna be it. After that, I should be able to install the intake, and that's it. I'm already done. I just gotta put the intake. I'm gonna do that right now. So you guys gotta put this, it's some kind of rubber piece for the high pressure fuel pump. I honestly have no idea what this is for. It's some kind of protection, maybe the heat, maybe from the heat, I don't know. And then there's another piece on the bottom for the fuel rail, so just remember to put that back on. I already installed my thermostat housing. So for the thermostat housing, remember that the harness is gonna slide in this bracket, and then you gotta bolt it onto the thermostat housing as well. I also connected most of my connectors, the coils, and the BBT solenoid. This is some kind of a switch for the cam. My alternator, my compressor. So I mean, everything that I'm able to connect, it's already connected. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the intake, and honestly that's gonna be it. I just gotta connect a couple of heater hoses and some vacuum hoses, and that's it. I'm already done with it. I installed my intake. I also installed the cover already and added the rest of the oil for the belts. The water pump belt doesn't have a tensioner, so it's a little bit tough. You gotta put it on, and at the same time you gotta turn the crank. For the compressor and alternator, that one has a tensioner, so that's a little bit easier. But for the most part, I'm done with the car. So what I gotta do now is I'm gonna crank it. I'm not gonna add the coolant till I get it running. I wanna make sure it's not gonna leak any oil. So I'm gonna go ahead crank it for the first time. I'm gonna turn it on and see how it runs. If I don't see any oil leaks, then I'm gonna go ahead and add the antifreeze. I already primed the engine, so I shouldn't have a problem cranking it. The only thing is it's low on fuel, so hopefully, and it's gonna be old fuel as well, so hopefully it starts no problem. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to crank it and see if it starts. All right, let's see what happens. So it has a high pressure fuel pump, and it has to build up pressure. That's why it didn't start right away, but I think it already built some pressure. So on this next try, I think it's gonna start. There it is, guys, and I hear no noise whatsoever. So it's pretty smooth. The only noise you're able to hear are the injectors. But there it is. For the most part, it's pretty smooth. There's no vibration on it. And I'm gonna go underneath. This is what I should have done since I got out of the car, and check for oil leaks. And it's pretty much dry. There's no oil leaks whatsoever. All right, guys, so I'm gonna let it run for a couple of minutes, then I'm gonna go ahead and add the antifreeze. All right, guys, so the noise went away. I think it was probably the lifters, something else, I don't know, but I let it idle for like a minute, and then it just went away. I thought it was the injectors, but it might have been something else, I don't know, but it just went away. So I'm adding the antifreeze already. I'm bleeding the system. I gotta add more water. So I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. I'm gonna bleed all the air out of it. And so far, no leaks, nothing whatsoever. So I'm happy. For the coolant, I gotta wait because I gotta put the cap and I gotta let it build pressure, and then I'll find out if anything is leaking. But so far, everything's looking good. Alright guys, I'm bleeding the air out of the system. The fans just turned on. They just turned off right now. So I'm pretty much done here. I just gotta wait for all the air to go out, which there's hardly any more air coming out of the system. But pretty much once the fan turns on, it means that the thermostat already open, and then there's circulation of the coolant. So I think that's it. Alright guys, so there it is. I'm pretty much done with it. I just gotta test drive it. I already bled the air out of the system. I make sure it's not leaking any coolant, any oil. Sounds pretty good. I still gotta drive it. I gotta let it break in. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.